Okay, guys. Baby, what you wishing for? Maybe what you wishing for? Maybe the world is yours. Baby, when the rest keep on wishing, keep on wishing, keep on wishing. Looking at that nigga. That nigga always doing that shit. Nigga always yelling in the mic. His engineer gotta be tired of his ass. Always yelling, talking about, ooh, yeah. Nah, but Trippie Redd go hard. But let me break down these charts, bro. We back at it like a crack addict, nigga. Nigga. Hey, anyway. Oh, that made me think of that Nicki Minaj song. And when you the endless, that, you got smart, you got smart, you got something all the girls want. You let that get stuff. Anyway, let me stop trolling and get up on this bitch for real. All right, so look, the account is at $58. I had loaded up some more money because remember it was at $16 the last time motherfuckers seen this shit. But we gonna start off from $50, bro, because it was at like 80, and then I took a Bitcoin setup, and then I took an L on it. But I was up a 1-to-1 on that bitch, and I watched it reverse on me, and I didn't get out. Silly boy. And I'm gonna tell y'all why I lost that setup, but it was a good trade, and it should have been a W. And I'm gonna tell y'all my mistakes and what I'm fixing on this shit now that I loaded more money back up there. Originally we got fucked with this dumbass slippage right here, but I had no business trading in the fucking middle of the shit. I had no business taking the entry, especially on a fucking Friday before the market closed. That was dumb as fuck. It's not crypto, so it's not open 24/7. It's gold, so the market closes, but crypto will open. I mean, Bitcoin, you can trade it throughout the weekend also, so sometimes I will take setups on Bitcoin on the weekend if the setup presents itself. But anyway, I took this shit right here, and I got hit with some major slippage. It took me out way here at the fucking bottom, bro, and I lost way more money on that account than I should have. And then I took another dumbass setup right here, which fucked me, and so I had to put more money in. Like I said, if I blow the account, bro, which I'm not trying to do no more because I'm gonna be smart about my trades now and not take dumb shit up and get too like eager and get too fucking, you know what I'm saying, like just jump in on some stupid shit. Like I was doing some stupid shit, like it's so stupid. I shouldn't have did that shit, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're like, you can know the markets, you can know everything, but if you can't control your entries and wait on your setups, you're going to get fucked every time. Like Diddy's gonna come in there with the oil and just oil you up, nigga. No Diddy. But yeah, I'm gonna show y'all what I'm looking for, what I'm looking at, and the possible setups that I'm going to take. I was in on a Bitcoin. I was in on a Bitcoin setup yesterday. No, I wasn't in today, but I got out because the market wasn't moving in my favor. But I was just in a long position on gold based off this higher high and this higher low being formed. It hit this level of buyers, break that lower high, created that higher high and that higher low. And my stops are below here, but I just got out at this level because sellers are sitting here and it created that lower high off this level. So I got out and took my money on my, not this account. I didn't take no trades on this account. I'm looking for a gold setup on this account though. But I took it on my other account, my funded account. So I made some money off that. I made like $500. I wasn't really risking that much. So took a W on that little setup, but I'm waiting for price. It just broke this level, so it created that high, and I'm looking for it to create a higher low. Okay, so but I'm gonna show y'all what setups I'm looking for. But I also want to say this, what I'm gonna do differently now. I'm not going to take, I need to know where my zones are at. I'm gonna tell y'all where I fucked up. I'm not paying attention to where my zones are at, where buyers and sellers are sitting at, and I'm not paying attention to the market structure off those levels. I'm over here, when I took this L right here and blew the whole account, it was because I didn't wait on my confirmation. And clearly this zone, I wasn't paying attention to how this zone had buyers and it pushed up from here. So when price came back above this zone, it was holding this as support, and that's why it pushed up off of this. Because it tapped into a level of buyers, then it came up here and it was holding this level as support. So price never came back under this level, so it was kind of holding this level as level of buyers, and it never shifted back bearish. It shifted back bullish by creating this bullshit ass funky ass shit, because it created a lower, this was considered a lower low. I don't know if I consider this a lower high, but this is a lower high right here, a lower low, a lower high, and then a higher low, and the break of a lower high and a higher low. So price was bullish off this level, and it just pushed price up. Okay, and then I missed this setup because I was in on a different setup, and I was gonna take this because this is a higher high, higher low. It broke this level, created another higher high and another higher low, and then price came into here, and now it's having this retracement, and price is shifting back bullish off of this level. So I'm waiting on a higher low off this zone. So what I want to do is from now on take look for my sellers and buyers. I don't want to take any more setups in the middle. I'm strictly taking setups off of levels of buyers and levels of sellers. That's what you really want to do. This is important because price is always going to you always want to buy price at a level of buyers. You always want to sell at a level of sellers, and I wasn't doing that. I was over here taking dumbass setups, so I'm not doing that anymore. Because look, you want to take setups at level buyers. Price always taps into a level buyers or a level sellers, and it's going to come back in those areas. So that's where you need to be taking your trades. So I'm taking my trade strictly from where buyers are sitting at or where sellers are sitting at, depending on the market structure. Now I'm waiting on the market structure. I need to wait on my confirmations and not rush it no more. Keep rushing shit. That's why I fucked up the first time. I'm not doing that no more. Fixing my mistakes and just keep it moving. But I'm looking for buys on gold. I'm waiting for it to get back down to this level, and my setup will look something like this. Price below here, I'll look for a higher low to wait for a higher low. Price has to create this, created another higher, broke this level, so I have to wait on a higher low to take price back up. So that's what I'm waiting on, and I'll take that setup. But I want to take setups at key levels of buyers or levels of sellers and get out at level of buyers and level of sellers, because that's why I fucked up last time. So let's go over Bitcoin. I'm waiting for Bitcoin on the same shit. I'm waiting for, I was in on buys off here, off this higher high and a higher low, but it hit a level of sellers and then had that reaction. But if you see, price got here before and had this fucking, look, it had a reaction already off this zone, so I should have took my profit there. That's why I took an L, because I didn't have that zone marked up or where that line was, and price tapped into there and had that switch of a trend off that level. You know what I'm saying? So when I took this buy, it was a good setup, but I just didn't take it and took my profit at this level. I would have took my profit, I would have took a W. So now price broke structure and created this high in the market. It's at a level of buyers, so I want price to, so my price wants to be at this level of buyers and create a higher low from this level, and my setup needs to be something like this, but I need to see it create a higher low or reject this area that it broke out of, and before I take it back up. And once it already got to this level, I'm looking it to go to 76,000 or a little higher, because that's where price had originally came up to. If you look to the left, remember, price always goes to what's on the left of it most of the time. If I can find it, because it's been so long. So this was the zone that it had that reaction, first reaction out. That's why I marked up. So I'm looking to target around this level right here. After it breaks this zone, looking to target around that level. So that's what I'm looking for on Bitcoin. So we'll see what that does, and I'll wait for a setup tonight on that, and then we'll go from there, because you see price already tapped in there. So I'll be looking for that next level somewhere over here, and keep my zones marked up where price had originally broke out of and created those lower highs, because that's important. I've also been neglecting my zones, and that's why I've kind of been taking some L's, because I'm not paying attention to where price breaks out of. Because remember, when price breaks out of level of sellers, it's going to hold it as a level of buyers. So this is why price came back down here and created some support. It always does the same shit. Buyers are sitting here, it came back down to level of buyers, and then it shifted the structure. Sellers are sitting here. Once it broke this level of sellers, now it's holding it as some level of support. So always remember that. And I can call USD JPY. Did I go over this? I don't remember. But anyways, I call USD JPY also, because it created this lower high, so you can shift the trend off that. I called that. You can look at my last videos and quote me on that, nigga, because I really like that for real. I just little tweaks I need to do and fix my little tweaks. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of bad habits that I had built up, like over trading and getting in too early and shit when I didn't know how to trade. But now that I know how to trade, sometimes I still fall back into those habits. So I need to get those out of my brain permanently and never do them again. So that's what I'm gonna try to do from now on, and so that way I don't blow no fucking accounts no more, and I can actually turn this 50 into, you know what I'm saying, millions of dollars. So hit this level, create a lower high, shift the structure. Now it's at a level of this buyer somewhere, so it could have a slight reaction off here. We'll see what it does. So I'm waiting, but I can see USD JPY, if it breaks this level, continuing to keep falling because of what's going on in the world right now. But everything's looking good. Crypto's looking pretty good. It's back to, I feel like it's back to normal, but we'll just see what it does. Solana looks pretty smooth. Ethereum looks pretty smooth. I mostly trade Bitcoin, but those are actually looking smooth also. The market structure looks smooth. But that's pretty much what I'm looking for. And yeah, man, I'm just trying to stay locked in, stay focused. Really just want to be isolated for real and away from the fucking world, trying to get this money. And that's pretty much it, man. Just grinding and just keep my head down, bro. Stay focused, man, because really that's all you need to do is Focus on your health. Focus on your papers, your paper stacks, as Riley would say. But focus on your money, man. Focus on your health, man. I need to start eating cleaner and doing everything that I need to do, man. And I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do as far as health-wise. Even though I go to the gym 6 days out the week, I'm still not taking care of myself. So I really want to do that. And I don't know. I just been feeling like I'm in grind mode, and you know, that's just the main focus, man. That's always the main focus, man. So I'm gonna keep dropping these videos, man. Hopefully y'all listening to these videos can help y'all understand trading for real and understand the concept of it, so y'all don't overcomplicate it. But remember, turning a little amount of money into a lot is harder, way harder than having a lot, because you have no cushion. So your mistakes need to be minimal, damn near minuscule, like to nothing. So you don't have no room for error, or you just have to load up some money. But that's just the game you play when you playing with little money, and then you get some cushion in your account, and then that's when you can, you know, still not take bad setups, but you know, have a little bit of room to take some L's and not fuck shit up. But that's pretty much it. That's what we're looking for. Wait on a higher low on gold and some resistance, and then we'll take that setup, and then I'll just update y'all as we go. Same thing with Bitcoin, waiting on this price to get rejected and create a higher low at this level of buyers, and then I'll take that setup also. But mostly interested in gold, because like I said, that's my main pair that I trade. Everything else is pretty shit. So you want to see prices, just created that, and looking for it to create a higher low or start rejecting this on the 15-minute or the 30-minute, and then I'll take a setup. But other than that, I'll hit y'all up when I take a setup or whatever the fuck, and we'll just go from there, man. Peace.